Hi, my name is Simon Croft and I'm going to show you all about controller assignments in Logic Pro. If you haven't done so already, I suggest you download my book from logicprohelp.com, link below. Okay, what we have here is basically a 24 channel mixing system based on 10 physical faders. We're using 4 buttons. The first button assigns the faders to tracks 1 to 8, and then it's 9 to 16, etc. And then the 4th button uses the same faders to control the vintage graphic equalizer. There is something worth knowing, which is the graphic equalizer, the assignments that you see are actually for the stereo version. If you want to do the mono version as well, you'll need to write a separate set of assignments, although you can put them in the same mode if you want to, that's fine. There is also a conceptual error in this design, which I'll come to later and invite you to solve for yourself. Okay, and there goes the graphic. It's all much the same thing, but it's worth just showing that it actually functions. You will definitely need the controller assignments window open for this one. If you look now, you can see how this works, because essentially the buttons go to a different mode, and that is achieved by mode change modes in themselves, which are in the no mode section. I know that sounds like double Dutch, but as you get to build this for yourself, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about and how it works. There go the buttons. So what I would advise you to do is start with all your physical controls down and the ones on screen to the lowest level, and then when you do a learn, it's not a race, just go at it very slowly and smoothly and you should get the full MIDI value recorded properly. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is create a zone with a name that means something to you so that you'll know what it does in future. Then create a new mode, which will also give you a no mode mode. And I've called this faders 1 to 8 because guess what, that's exactly which assignments it's going to contain. So we just move the fader on screen up a little bit, then move the physical fader smoothly, and then we get out of learn mode, and we can rename that if we want to, but we'll do that in a mo. Let's record another one. What you'll notice though is that although these assignments are going just fine, they've all got the same name. They're all called learned and they're all called volume. So it's a good idea to actually start naming them, because they don't necessarily occur in the fader sequence or the sequence you did them in, and that means when you look at them afterwards, you've got no idea which of 8 faders any of them actually are assigned to. So I tend to rename them as I go along, you know, maybe when I've done a couple, or you can wait till the end and then just whack all the physical faders on the controller. If you do make a mistake, and we all make mistakes, just delete the erroneous assignment as quickly as you can, and that way somehow the system understands that that wasn't your intention, and it stops you getting silly results, which can be very frustrating if you don't understand that there's almost a predictive text element to this. Anyway, as you can see, it's all much repetition. Once you know how to assign one fader, you will know how to create assignments for all 8 faders. It's as simple as that. What we're going to do in a minute is slightly more devious, in that once you've got a full set of 8 assignments, you don't actually have to write the full 24 channels or tracks, because you can just cut and paste and then change the number there to what this set does, and obviously with the next set, and then what you need to do is go into each new mode that you've copied and renamed and change the number of the channel strip, so that it reflects what it does now rather than what it did before you copied it. So this becomes 9, the next one becomes 10, and so on. And I'm sure you can see the logic of that, so I don't need to bang on about this endlessly, but that's the idea, and it saves you an awful lot of time. Right, we're into the no mode section, and we're going to create assignments that allow the buttons that we click on to go to a mode change and to go to a new mode within our zone. Gosh, it all sounds complicated when you say it, but it isn't really. So in which case, congratulations. If you're still a bit bamboozled or unsure, please refer to the book, and it has all this documented, and read it again and again and then come back to the video. So what was the conceptual error in my original plan? Well, I'd put the master fader into no zone, which when we were only doing the audio channels was great because it meant the master fader was available regardless of which of the 3 channel, if you like, banks I'd selected, because it was constant. Unfortunately, when I got to the graphic EQ, I realised that wasn't going to work because I needed that fader to be the 9th band of the graphic, same as I needed the crossfader to be the 10th band. So I had to rethink that, and I quickly realised that if I cut and pasted the master fader mode from no mode and put one of each into the 1 to 8, 9 to 16, etc., it would work consistently until I went to the graphic, and that is the solution.